Hello. A while ago I made a video on making a simple satanic altar for yourself, and that video proved to be very popular, so I'm assuming that people found it quite useful in some way. So I just wanted to do another video here on the making of an offering. Now, I'm not going to actually video me making an offering. I'm just going to show the sort of things I do at the very simplest level, and the sort of things I think it's good for a person to think about while approaching this. I don't video these things because I don't think it's right to actually video actual rituals in general and post them, you know, in terms of sort of like the public or what have you. This isn't a live ritual or a live offering, it's just a demonstration. Now here's my altar, and it's set up here just for a very simple offering. You'll see that I've got a figure of Baphomet there, and the other thing I point out is that we have a chalice here, which is as an offering cup, and there's a few other things, not all of which I'm going to use because I want to keep this as simple as possible. Okay, so I'd say first off, let's just say we're going to make the offering now. I'm just going to take off my shoes. Say we're going to make the offering now, and so I will light the candle to start. And just feel the atmosphere. And I might see what I would feel like doing at this point. For instance, there may be words I want to say, or I may just want to bow my head. And the thing is, I would say, don't worry too much about the words you use. Focus more on feeling. Feeling is your original language. It's the language of the heart. It's the language of the subconscious. Emotion, feeling, desire. Just as imagination gives us a vocabulary for that language also. So, if there's something you feel is right to do to show your approach to Satan, to the Dark Lord, then you can do that. It might be just bowing your head, it might be throwing your hands up and having some sort of like an exaltation. It just depends really. What works for you, what feels right for you, because you need to be checking in with your feeling. But let's say I've done something simple, such as to bow my head, or to have said some words inwardly of offering to the Dark God, to the Dark Lord. Now I want to make an offering to him. So what I have is some beer, some quite nice beer actually. So I'm going to pour this beer into the chalice. It's rather foamy, this beer, so I'll just let it settle a little bit. And that will be for my offering. Now before I make that, let me just say, over here I've got some oil. It's just olive oil. And if you wanted to, another thing you can do is to anoint yourself with oil as a mark of consecrating yourself to your God. This can be very simple, and I'll go into the subject of anointing another time, but if you just want to put some oil on your forehead, or your heart, whatever, and you can just do that also. But there are various formula you can work out. Raise your cup to our great Lord, the Horned One, the Prince of Darkness, Lord Satan. Offer him this cup, this beer, to him, for him, from you, with love and devotion. And then you must feel, is this to be simply left for him, or are you to drink it? Both of these things are all right. Satanism is not a religion of self-denial, and you may well feel that the horned god, that Satan, would like you to drink this beer for him. But if you do, I would say afterwards, pour another one out just for him, and then you can leave it on the altar and pour it onto the ground afterwards, outside, as a way of then discharging the offering. Now, then we can see, what do we want to do next? Well, we want to see if we can communicate. We want to make ourselves receptive. So say we want to lie down, or sit down, kneel down. This is fine. And then close your eyes. Breathe in, breathe out, and relax. And visualize your Lord. And just be open to anything that comes. Be open to images, to words, to messages, to feelings, to smells, whatever it may be. Focus on the feeling of devotion you have for him. Simply focus on that and return to that, and let go and let anything come. And remember that if you are dedicated to the Horned One, if you are dedicated to Satan, he is your guarantor, your protection, and you have nothing to fear. Let yourself relax and see if any message comes from Satan or from any of his demons that he may have sent to you to grace this offering. But always return to the deep, good feeling of devotion and love you have for your Lord. It does not matter at all if you do not perceive anything. Simply focus on your devotion and your love for him. That's all that's really important. When you feel the time is right, may rise and thank your God for his presence and for presence over any blessed demons he may have sent. And simply feel the happiness and love of this offering, and of your being a Satanist, and of your being with him. And then peacefully and happily, we can just blow out the candle. Now, I hope that that's helpful, and I hope it's encouraging. I'd like to really just reiterate there and to emphasize the simplicity of practice and the fact that it's feeling which is your guide. Deep feeling, devotion, love for Satan. These are the guides to these things. Don't be worried if you're getting it right. You'll get it right enough. If you do it with a devotion, you'll get it right enough. And it's devotion that's important. So keep things simple and keep in contact with your heart and your devotion, and you will find that you learn as time goes on.